Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. We're in the first quarter of play, and it's the Saints. Football. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 18 carries, 81 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
Yeah, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. Controlling the game, controlling the clock.
A second down throw for Winston. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Now Lance on the bootleg. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Lance finding Kittle, first down San Francisco. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. And that is incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Working from the gun. Lance. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Winston now from the 50. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete there to McLeod. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Sliding out of the pocket. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. They'll run it here. This is James White. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The Niners at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll roll him out right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The kick by Gold is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. 3rd and 7 now. Winston.
Throw left side complete to Troutman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35.
And the next-gen stat shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Winston throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. On 3rd down, Winston. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Lambert. And he's out of bounds. Looks like we're at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Winston.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Again, it's Winston.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, but still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Lance now on first down.
Throw left side, complete to McLeod. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He finds Matthews.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Again, it's Lance.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould.
The kick by Gould is good, and the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 12. The touchback.
Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? It always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. And tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. A 10th carry for Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Winston now.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Deontay Hardy.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Lance going to sneak it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Lance going to sneak it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
61 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Taking it about the 1. On the return, Deontay Hardy. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now Winston. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From the 31, Winston, rush coming, and he's taken down.
Javon Kinlaw,
the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Well, come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw, Winston. Flushed out right. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards. First down, Winston. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Winston. And his throw is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Throwing, Winston. This will be caught at about the 5. tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a... opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
First down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And this time... He'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
The third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance.
And his throw here is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Lance.
He's got the hook up to McLeod. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 21 yards there on 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Niners on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to run incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
He'll start with a give to Kamara.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Winston. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. On 2nd and 12, Lance. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Got an open man. It's McLeod.
Finding space at the 40.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
70 yards rushing for him now to this point.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The kick by Gold is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. From the 22, Winston. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Winston. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Throwing now is Lance.
throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Winston readies the offense. Down by 4, 2:25 remaining. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Winston escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. And now with one. We get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Here's Mitchell.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This will get the lead up to 7. And now some motion up front. That may back this try up a bit. First play out of a timeout. You think they'd be ready?
Partner, I'm going to give you the last word on this one. You expressed it so well. Just out of a timeout.
Yeah, and I got nothing. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Gold is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable.